So welcome back to the garden here in Neath, South Wales. Well, it's coming up now to the end of January and I've been waiting patiently for it to stop raining. I've done a few jobs in the garden earlier on and there's just one more thing that I need to do. So let me show you what I've been up to in the garden. So last week, if you remember, we had an oval bed here and I dug most of this out to remove the pathway just to open up this planting bed. And the plan is that I want to plant the Yucca rostrata in this area, but there's just a few little things that need finalising before the springtime. So I'm going to get on with that today. So I've got Tony's agave out to the greenhouse just to have a look at some ideas and maybe building some form of raised area here out of rockery stones and filling it with grit. But I also want to put in the Yucca rostrata. So to do that, I think I will have to move the bamboo. That's okay because I've got an area where I can put that in the garden and the Yucca rostrata then can sit behind there. And this bed here will have plenty of sunshine in the summer. And I'm quite liking that idea there. So let's make a start and start digging out that bamboo. So I don't think it's going to stop raining today, but that's not going to stop me getting in here and getting some things done. Now this should be quite easy to lift as it was moved not long ago. So let's get in here. So there's no barrier with this one. This is a Fargesia Robusta Campbell. And it's a clumping bamboo. So I haven't got to worry about it running round the garden. Let's get round here. So the winter time is probably the best time to be moving these, when they're dormant and not actively in growth. So now we're getting somewhere. It's quite a big plant this, I didn't realise quite how big it was. Well, I managed to lift it by myself. Well, I'll have a good go. Oh, there we are. Let's have a look. Oh. Well, it's out. Right, so that was extremely difficult, but I've managed it. So I dug a huge hole and I'm trying to get that now as straight as I can. And I think I've managed to get it at the correct level. So there's backfill all around. So I'll use some of this soil to fill up the hole that I've got now in the other bed. This is the last time that I'm moving this because it's getting too heavy. So it's staying here now for good. Definitely. Right, let's move this earth up to the other end. Right, so I've had a little bit of a tidy up now and got up as much of the mud as I possibly can. And I know this bed looks rather empty at the moment, but roll on spring and there's definitely some plans there for that. So let's take a little look around now and show you what else has moved in the garden. So walking now down the garden path, down to the very bottom of the garden. And the first thing that you'll notice going around this corner is that I've moved a plant into that corner. And that now just helps to fill up the space behind the greenhouse. So we've got the large Virginia Crunchy there. So that large laurel was on the end here. So I've moved across now the Virginia Red Robin just onto the corner, and that created a space now just there in the centre. So looking at it now from the other side, you can see that I've moved in there the Siberia Sem, and that is going to grow with its fern-like leaves come the spring, and it'll have plenty of space there now to fill out. And it must be warmer out here today, as Vim has decided to join me in the garden. He doesn't come out now very often, as he likes to be tucked up in the warm inside. So on the end now of the centre bed is the bamboo. That's the Robusta Campbell, and I moved the roses last week in this bed, and just on the end there now I've got a black beauty. So over this pathway here is where the arbour's going to go, and I may just have to move that salvia there just to accommodate it. And I think that black beauty there will grow up to be a small tree, and it'll have some lovely purple foliage on it and some lovely leaves. So I think that will really just add to the arbour. So the Phormium Jester, I've moved to the triangular bed just behind the Euphorbia John Phillips. And I really like those two colours together there. I think they really add to the garden. And here comes Vim again now round the corner. You can just see him. So I think now that this will fill out now in the summertime. It looks a little bit bare at the moment, but give it time. And the one thing that I really like about opening up this bed here is that come the summertime, it'll really show off the bananas. So the plans now for the spring are finally coming together, and all I got to do now is to find some stones just to build up a little bit of a structure ready for the agave. And I'll probably have a look out now for some stones on Facebook Marketplace or somewhere like that, as I've had a look around the garden centres. They're just way too expensive. They're asking £15 for 3 stones, and to me that is just ridiculous pricing. And I'd just like to say before I go, thank you so much to everybody that's been watching the channel, as we are now up to the 2,000 subscriber mark. We've just passed it, and that wouldn't be possible without your support. Tony and myself are completely overwhelmed, and we just can't believe that we've actually got now the 2,000 subscribers. So thank you so much for watching, and until next time, I'll see you all soon. Bye for now.